Well, welcome to installment 4 of Model Railroading on a Budget. There's a few things that I've completed since my last posting, and one of which is going ahead and getting all of the wiring done for the transformers. You can see here on this little shelf. I've got 3 transformers on there. I've also got the switch controllers sitting up front here. I've got 9 turnouts on the layout, so I've got all of those installed, wired, numbered. Now all I have to do is remember which turnout they apply to. But I've got all that done. I've got most of the wiring tied up underneath. It's still a little bit rough, but anyhow, mostly done. My ravine over here I've decided to turn into a rock quarry. Don't know if you can see that very well. Obviously it's not painted yet, but I've got some vehicles sitting down in there to see how that might look. So I think that's the direction I'll go there. Some of the other things I've done, you can see I've got some trains sitting on the track here. I was testing the connections just to make sure that all of the connections are good. The trains don't have any dead spots when they go around, so that's good. Just want to make sure that all the cars stay on the track. I've got a couple of issues with one of my cabooses coming off the track, so I'm going to have to address that. I'm not sure. I think it may be the car and not the track, so I have to take a look at that. This building over here, I just had some free time over the weekend and was doing a little kit bashing. I think everybody probably has this factory or has at least seen this factory. It's a Pola factory, and what I've done to make it somewhat unique, at least for my layout, is I had a couple of other kits. One was a Lifelike kit and the other one was an AHM, I believe. The AHM kit was a cement factory, and the Lifelike kit was a I guess a transfer house or a storage facility. I can't remember what the name of it was, but to me, when I got it on the layout, it was a little bit big. It's a fairly long kit, so I decided to do away with that, and I took some of the pieces from it and made these little silos here, and then just connected a piece of pipe, drilled a hole in the roof here, and just added some little details to this. The case, the reddish rusty colored case that you see, is actually a case that I got a Hot Wheels HO scale car in, and just decided to spray paint the case because it looked like it might be a nice size for an outbuilding. And maybe come in close here. I glued some steps on there from the supply house. That's the name of it, supply house. And got one of the doors off the cement factory, just glued it on the outside there. So starting to do a little kit bashing. The first thing which I've done over here is this is my first building. It's the general store from the stack of models that I have. So I've got this done, made a first attempt at hanging some curtains in the window there, and I'm kind of proud of this one. I wanted to show you the roof. I don't know how well this is going to show up here, but the roofs that come in these kits, I think you might be able to see it there, are just a smooth sheet of styrene, white styrene, and there's a picture of it right there with the section I've cut out for the roof. But they're just, very thin, very smooth styrene. So I decided I'd make the roof look like it had some tar paper on it. I think that might be showing you some detail there. You can see kind of where the ridges are. What I did is I just cut some strips of masking tape, just regular old masking tape, about 1/4 of an inch wide, maybe 1.5 inches long, and just kind of laid them in a random pattern there over the roof, and then just spray painted it flat black. And I think it came out pretty well. I just finished putting a coating of dull coat on here. Kind of put a little bit of a haze on the windows, so you can't see in there quite as well. Took the shine off the paint, and I think that came out pretty well. And I didn't use an airbrush on this thing. Again, this is model railroading on a budget. What I did is I took my masking tape and just covered all of the siding with masking tape, and then using a hobby knife I cut around the windows and just left those windows exposed, and then just using a regular old 12-ounce can of spray paint, the kind you can get at Walmart. I just picked up a bunch of colors there that kind of look like they might be on older buildings, and just sprayed it with a regular old can of spray paint. I got the satin finish and tried to get flats where I could, just to make it look like it's regular paint there. And then when I get these all done, obviously I'll try and weather them a little bit. That'll be something new for me, but just going to try that. I've been toying around with where I might place some of the structures here on the layout. I've got a couple of unloading ramps that I may try and put in here. I'm going to have to do some customization of the track bed. I'm going to have to cut that out, maybe straighten the track up a little bit to get those ramps to sit up right next to the doors on the box cars. What else? Oh, a couple of other old kits that I had. This one kit is a Yardmaster station, which I've got sitting up here. Then the old Plasticville freight house, the old freight station. I think everybody's got that one, or at least seen it. I've set some other loading docks around there, so just trying to see where things might go. Again, back over here, try and zoom in a little bit on that. Right in this area is again where the town is going to go, and I'm thinking I may raise it up there maybe an inch or so above the surrounding area, so it looks like it's somewhat elevated, and then the tracks will be a little bit lower than the town. Have a road that comes down maybe into the yards here with a station. So still working on that. Don't have it all squared away, but just wanted to give you a quick update. And I think probably if I have any time to work on this the rest of the week, it's going to be primarily trying to get the rest of the blue foam covered. I'm going to spend the rest of this evening putting all this stuff away that I got out over the weekend for testing trains. Anyway, I think that's about it. So I will sign off for tonight. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.